It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille, and the pregame warm-ups are wrapping up out in Houston, where it'll be the Rockets going up against the Golden State Warriors. Well, for the Warriors, coming off a loss in the first game of the season, they'll no doubt be anxious to put tonight's contest in the win column and avoid an 0-2 start. Guys, let's dig into some of the players who might be, less
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. After this game, the Rockets head back out on the road. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season. Last year, they won the conference finals going 6 games. A terrific battle.
And this is a team they battled in the conference finals last season, coming up short.
Yeah, a bitter pill to swallow, too. I mean, when you face that team again, that's always, not just in the back of your head, it's in the front of your mind, too. Getting a win would be some kind of consolation.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, the defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. Against the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots, and it's Iguodala in at the small forward position.
Klay Thompson's father, Michael Thompson, a former #1 pick out of Minnesota. Growing up, he was the smallest of his brothers and thereby took his lumps when they played hoops. But he said that challenge helped him to develop into the player he is today.
Now let's find out what head coach Steve Kerr had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
He said their scouting report is really all about how to handle Dwight Howard. Obviously a tremendously impactful player at both ends of the court. Coach said, offensively, we always need to know where he is. Defensively, it's always about doing your work early, trying to hold your ground and deny him prime position inside. Sounds like a good plan, Kevin.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Curry's shot is good.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now here's Harden, coming off a solid outing against Denver. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a loss to New Orleans.
Yeah, plagued by foul trouble throughout in that game. I think it just forced them into some rotations that they weren't comfortable with.
Yeah, and the frustrating part, guys, is that's something that can be avoided. You can correct that, but you've got to move your feet and keep your hands to yourself. You've got to show some discipline.
Here is Harden following the score by Golden State. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Yeah, you've got to make sure your feet are set when you set those screens, or they're going to call that on you.
Well, I thought maybe he was set. I know that's a difficult call to make, but I think they might have missed that one.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Now Curry. James Harden missing on the 3. So they take the lead.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
The Rockets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Harden the pass to Howard. A second chance effort, and the layup is up and in. Unis has got his first 2 points of the night.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
We all know about the Splash Brothers, but it seems everyone on Golden State now can hit a three. They set a franchise record in made threes last year at 883 triples.
Incredible.
Wow.
I mean, they can stretch you out as well as anyone, and it's why they are so good going small. I mean, they did lead the league in three-point percentage last year, making almost 40% of those threes.
Thompson misses.
Not good shot selection. Long range and the defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
Curry dishes to Bogut. Ariza with the rebound.
For the Warriors, guys, not only did they lead the league in three-point percentage, they also hit about 45% of their three-point attempts from the corner. That's the highest percentage. Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. The Rockets have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Harden kicks to Lawson. Back to Harden. 6 on the shot clock. Unloads from 9. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Harden's got 8 points.
That's what I call a captivating move there. He absolutely incinerated the D with that one.
Bogut with a screen on Ariza. Off the pick. And again, no good by Golden State.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter. How about the excitement right now that he's playing the game with? I love it.
He capped that dunk off with some serious hang time on the rim.
I tell you what, he just couldn't contain himself on that one.
Well, one thing about Ty Lawson is he's very good at attacking the defense. Gets inside without a problem and knows how to set up teammates.
Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Harrison Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Green with a screen on Beverly. Livingston passes to Green. Green, the screen. Here's Barbosa. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Beverly. Here's Capella. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Boy, last year the Rockets dealt with a lot of injuries. I mean, the front court and post players were hit the hardest. I think almost every Rocket big would end up missing some time.
And last season, GA, as you were talking about, the injuries for the Rockets did pile up. Dwight Howard was out. Terrence Jones was out. They missed those guys for multiple games.
Yeah, and that hurt them inside. But also, remember, Beverly goes down right before the playoffs. So, in all, the Rockets had 180 missed games on their roster due to injury. Amazing they stayed so resilient and were able to capture that 2 seed.
Barnes against Ariza. Poked away. Now the dish to Beverly. Kicks it to Capella. Brewer the pass to Ariza. His first shot coming late. That's good. Ariza's got his first basket.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. When you think about Shaun Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising star after being taken Clark 4th back in the 2004 draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
And getting back to Livingston, he's had comeback after comeback. I mean, each time he'd start to flash those unbelievable movement skills, he'd get injured again. It's a shame because he was on the path to becoming one of the game's great young point guards.
The shot by Speights. Nobody around. That drops and it comes off the assist from Livingston.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, with a stroke like that and the height advantage as well, mid-range J is almost a gimme.
From the line, here's Capella. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. And the Rockets lead by 7. Here's Speights. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. The Rockets on top, leading by 7. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Earlier, we heard from Dwight Howard. It's very clear how much he appreciates his head coach, Kevin McHale.
It's been great since day one. You know, it's been amazing. After games, he's always sending me messages before games, you know, just telling me, you know, what he did to make himself better. You know, so I've just been trying to do those things.
What a difference a change of location makes, especially when the guy that's helping you along the way really believes in you, wants to see you get better, is your head coach. Especially a guy the stature of Kevin McHale, a Hall of Famer.
And Kevin, to get that kind of advice and that love and attention from one of the 50 greatest of all time, it's got to make you not only feel good, but give you the confidence that you finally now have found a place that you can call home.
And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going once more. The players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorades. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Rockets.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Modiunas and Howard the post pair. And it's Lawson in at the point guard position. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. And that one's good, Barnes.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
It's stolen by Bogut. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Here's Iguodala. Back to Thompson. Over Harden. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist number. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Lots of room. It's rebounded by Golden State.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
Howard with a screen on Barnes. Howard dishes to Modiunas. And some nice passing there by Houston. That's good. 14 points for James Harden.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
It's Thompson off the drive. Here's Barnes. Can't get it to go. And the Rockets take it the other way. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Curry kicks to Bogut. The 15-footer, that one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Barnes. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Harden. Good. Harden's got 16.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
Left side, Ariza. Cannot hit. And Golden State will go the other way with it. Looking ahead to their next and playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Unloads from 13. Curry's shot is off.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot.
Oh, wow.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Here's Thompson. Gets in and hoping this is the start of a new trend. 2 for 8 now from the field.
He's got to quit while he's ahead, Kev. It worked that last time, but that's an invitation for a turnover.
And the Warriors put the ball in Thompson's hands a lot more last season. He ran the pick and roll and attacked the rim, taking more advantage of his size and ball handling ability at that off-guard position.
Well, Greg, for Thompson, last season, an uptick in his free throw attempts and his assists, and Clark, a reflection of his activity with the ball in his hand.
He's a complete player, terrific offensive player, outstanding defensively as well. And what I like about him is he never lacks for confidence. He stays aggressive at both ends of the floor.
The Warriors making a switch here. Spates checked in for Bogut. Green comes in for Harrison Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Just 5 on the clock. And it's good off the back rim and in. Barbosa's got his second bucket of the game to go. Houston leading by 4. Beverly the pass to Harden. He feeds it to Jones. He dishes it to Capella. He kicks it to Harden. Good! Harden's got 12 points now in the quarter.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
Warriors trail by 6. Here is Livingston. The pass to Barbosa. Spades with a screen on Harden. Here's Barbosa. Lays it up and banks it in. Barbosa's got 6 points. Rockets have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. And Beverly kicks to Harden. It's stolen by Green. Livingston, no luck.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Harden uses the glass to finish the layup. Harden's got 24.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Here is Livingston. Now the feed to Barbosa. Spades with a screen on Harden. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Barbosa. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. Houston making a switch. Lawson's checked in. Rockets leading by 4. And the shot is good. Lawson's got his second bucket of the night.
Looked like he was channeling Bob Cousy right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble like that?
Here is Livingston, defended by Beverly. Livingston dishes to Barbosa. Pulls up on the wing, and the shot is long.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Everly with the ball, and it's Iguodala picking him up. And there's the defensive 3-second call. Houston shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. And the technical free throw is good. You know, Clark, the one thing you can say about Ty Lawson is his awareness around the floor. He's just ubiquitous, and his court vision is incredible.
Excellent peripheral vision. He averaged almost 10 assists a game last season. That's the best year of his career thus far.
Over to the wing. It's rebounded by Livingston.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Here's Lawson. Lays it in off the breakaway. Lawson's got 8.
Agility leads to thievery there as he's got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Rockets lead by 9. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Guys, I'm here with Stephen Curry, and Steph, Coach made a point of stating how important the physical presence would be in this game. How important is that going to be for the team in the second half?
That's a big deal. I mean, just being physical and, make the right plays, and then hopefully put ourselves in a good position to win.
You've got to match that opponent's intensity, Steph. Thanks for the time. Guys?
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. James Harden led the way in the first half. He ended up with 24 points and 1 assist. We were talking about him after his last game, and now tonight we're seeing that same level of intensity. What'd you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Rockets?
Well, the shots were dropping for him. I mean, they were just dropping out of everywhere, dropping out the ceiling, dropping out the popcorn guy man's hand, whatever. It didn't matter what the defense was. They found a way to get a good look almost every time. They just got to be patient, take as long as they need to keep finding those high percentage shots.
And over to Kenny now. How'd you think the Warriors were playing?
Well, they're losing the battle on the boards. And when you're struggling to stay in the game, a few extra rebounds either way can make the difference. Because rebounds equal possessions, and possessions can equal extra points. They need to come out in the second half with the mindset that every rebound is theirs.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
The second half about to start here in just a few moments.
Harden doing it all. He's got 24 points and 1 assist. This is some performance we're witnessing out of him.
My man, a night to remember. No doubt about it.
Warriors trail by 9, and on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. Thompson and Iguodala on the perimeter. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low, and it's Curry in at the point guard.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Golden State on D. Here's Ariza. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet. Ariza's got the first bucket of the third here for Houston. And for the Warriors, they're shooting in this game 45%. Ariza against Curry. Iguodala, wide open. Money from the wing. Iguodala's got 6 points. Rockets leading by 9.
And the Rockets were a tough team last year, but at times it really felt like a one-man show. Harden carried them so much for so long. You just have to wonder if it wore him out.
Another bucket in the paint, that's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Curry kicks to Iguodala. Yunus grabs the miss. Yunus has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And if carrying the team during the regular season or Harden down, Greg, as you were talking about, it didn't show that much in the playoffs. Harden was phenomenal most, if not Clark, all of the postseason.
I would agree with you, but there also were some other guys for Houston that did step up in the postseason. Howard looked as good as he did before all of his injuries, as a case in point.
That's good. The Houston lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Stephen Curry. Rockets have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Pass to Harden. Lets it go from deep. Harden missing again. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Thompson misses.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
Yunus has the open look. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Guys, before last season, Trevor Ariza signing a 4-year, $32 million deal with the Rockets. Big free agent get for the team.
And, you know, they wanted to re-sign Chandler Parsons, Kevin, but with his departure, in comes Ariza, and Trevor is a quality replacement. I mean, a terrific wing defender, and he's a nice spot-up shooter as well.
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for the Warriors. Warriors trail by 10. Outside Curry. Dishes it to Barnes. Green, the pass to Thompson. Bogut sets a screen for Thompson. Clock at 6. Bogut kicks to Thompson. And the Warriors miss again.
And, you know, you compare their games. Ariza a bit more limited maybe offensively than Parsons, a few years older, but he's also a better defender and also better at playing without the basketball. Remember, you got 5 guys out there, only 1 ball. Sometimes your chemistry can improve when a guy doesn't need the basketball to be effective. And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Excellent team play there on the pick, and then he rips it down.
Howard dishes to Yunus. The shot no good. Curry with the defensive effort.
And, you know, for the Rockets, a nice pairing with James Harden and Trevor Ariza. Ariza, a spot-up shooter and defender, while Harden arguably the premier offensive creator in the league. I mean, they really complement each other well.
Lawson outside. Pass to Harden. Feeds to Howard. With the fadeaway. Warriors with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Green with a screen for Thompson. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Shots, gentlemen.
Well, looking back on last season, you could see the Rockets were tough at home. They just were relentless at going at teams.
Yeah, how about a 30-11 record last year? And a lot of close ones for them, but that home crowd at times could just really will them to victory.
As it did help in the series against the Clippers last year in the playoffs. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And worth mentioning, guys, the free throw percentage he brought in from last season, how about 88%?
Guys, I thought he got into a groove last year at the charity stripe, and I thought he maintained it deep into the season as well.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Brewer is checked in for Harden, and it's Patrick Beverly in for Ty Lawson. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And, you know, for Houston's wins at home, a lot of it had to do with their three-point shooting. I mean, they shot an average of 35% from behind the arc at home, but kept their opponents to under 30% on the year in Houston.
And guys, this is what makes Houston so good and why they've been so good for so long. In the last 31 seasons, they've only had 2 losing seasons. Only team in the league to do that. And guys, Dwight Howard's an interesting guy, one of the most physically imposing players in our league, and yet he's known for his lighthearted, almost playful nature.
Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Beverly with the ball. They get it back. Warriors trail by 9. Barnes passes to Kerr. Right side, Green. That's a 2 from Barnes. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Barnes has got 7 points in the game. And for Howard, his parents raised him to keep a smile on his face and stay upbeat and remain positive. He's done all those things and still competed in the rough and tumble world of pro basketball.
Yeah, and yet some of his peers and contemporaries have gone at him. Durant, for instance, Kobe Bryant called him soft. Byron Scott questioned his desire. Guys go about their work in different manners.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup. Give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Free throw good, Howard. Well, Dwight Howard had that back surgery, and he's had knee trouble, and he is no longer quite as dominant Clark as the player we saw back in certainly his younger days in Orlando.
Yeah, but nonetheless, Kevin, he's still in the conversation for best centers in the NBA. I think he remains a superstar big man when he's healthy.
Jones checked in for Houston, and both free throws good for Howard.
And you remember back in Orlando, Dwight Howard, a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, not to mention a slam dunk title. He's lost some of that lift, but still has more than just about any other center in our league.
Barbosa for 3. No luck. And it's Houston the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Now here's Beverly. He's guarded closely, and it's sent back by Spates. Barbosa kicks to Barnes, and out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
The Rockets making a switch here. Capella's checked in. 1:27 left to play in the third. Now here's Beverly. Pass to Capella. On the wing, Brewer, covered by Barbosa. 6 to shoot. Shoots it up. And it doesn't even draw iron.
And Howard missing a lot of time last season with various knee issues. He's taken his training and conditioning regimen to a new level, it looks like, to kind of preserve his body for the long haul. Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Rockets leading by 7. And Beverly kicks to Brewer. And that one's drained from the low block. Brewer's got his first bucket of the night. Warriors have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime, 5 out of 11. Green with a screen on Beverly. It's taken away by Brewer. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Ball stolen. Barbosa dishes to Livingston. There's a screen. Kicks it to Spates. Off the screen. No good.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at
final period of play just about to start. Rockets leading by 9. Proteus and Howard, the post pair. Toss it out there with Harden. And it's Brewer in at the 3 slot. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Proteus passes to Harden. Clock at 4 on the money from 12 feet away. Harden's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Rockets. Warriors trail by 11. Curry kicks to Iguodala. That drops.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Rocket shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? Here's Yunus. The Warriors pull it in. Bogut's got his 5th rebound in this one. And that one's good.
And when it comes to size, it's not a one-on-one matchup that favors him.
Well, you wouldn't know it with that finish, I tell you. I mean, that took a little bit of creativity right there.
Yunus, a screen on Curry. 3-pointer. And Yunus, the basket on the assist by Harden.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Screen by Bogut. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. And Harden with the stop.
Boy, that's a nice feed by Lawson.
Warriors trail by 12. Timeout called the Warriors. When you think of James Harden, you don't think much about his athleticism. His strength, though, is exceptional for his position.
Yeah, I think that's his greatest attribute. His ball handling's good, but it's his strength. He's able to run through contact.
And Harden able to get wherever he wants on the court. I mean, he can muscle you, but he's also got that Euro step and all those moves that just leave you in a dizzy.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Steve Kerr was just going over the plan with his team. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
All right, Doris, thank you very much.
You know, and Harden, you think about how elusive he is, but at the same time, he's a guy that seeks contact. I mean, he'll entice a defender to try and reach in, and a master salesman when it comes to getting those refs to blow the whistle.
5 on the clock. He's feeling it, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Harden's got 6 in the quarter.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
It's Curry outside. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
And, you know, looking at Andrew Bogut, he's been one of the game's best centers. I mean, obviously injuries have saddled him a little bit over the years, but he's made it through 67 games each of the past 2 seasons.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. It's Harden with the drive. Warriors with the rebound. Bogut's got his 6th rebound on the night. Curry dishes to Spates. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Spates has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Warriors. Rockets have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. A pretty nice efficiency there.
And that's his MO. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team.
Here's Thompson. The dish to Spates. He feeds it to Iguodala. Out to the right wing. 5 on the clock. Baseline J on the way. Dwight Howard grabs the board. Howard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And Thompson kicks to Spates. He dishes it to Curry. Screen by Bogut. Curry passes to Iguodala. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
It's Harden with the drive, and he jams it with authority.
My goodness, he sure can get off the ground.
One of the best in the business for sure. You're right.
I'll tell you what, he is an imposing finisher around the rim. He makes it look a little too easy.
Spades with a screen on Lawson. Here's Curry. And it's James Harden with the rebound. Rockets leading by 13.
Showcasing his skills with that slam.
He knows how to put the exclamation point on those, doesn't he? Man, oh man.
Does he ever?
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Curry dishes to Bogut. Bogut sets a screen for Thompson. Curry outside. No good. The Rockets go the other way with it. Now Harden. He kicks to Moniunas. Off target from three-point range.
A clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Thompson passes to Iguodala. Back to Thompson. And again, it's the Warriors missing. For Houston, they've gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. Harden with it. Left side Lawson. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his third assist on the night.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Houston.
Two great rebounding teams, Clark.
Yeah, and these guys just worked a little bit harder tonight. That was the edge that was needed.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And at key points in this game, they stayed committed to their brand of basketball. That's why they'll be taking the front end of this 3-game season series against the Warriors.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Harden. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Spades kicks to Curry. Here's Thompson. Banked in off the glass.
They clearly look like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got some energy out on the floor.
Yeah, but it's come a little too late to have a real impact on the game, though. We call this box score window dressing. All it's going to do is make the numbers look a little better than it was.
Well, guys, James Harden, quite possibly the most devastating rim attacker in the league today, just refuses to slow down. Wayne Clark, he's going right at the basket.
Yeah, he's got it all, Kevin. I mean, he's so thick and strong and has deceptive moves and explosiveness. When he gets inside, he's scoring or you're fouling.
And when you're defending Harden, it really is a pick-your-poison situation. I mean, we talked about his driving, but you can't gap him because he's also a very good shooter and passer. So that double team that you want to provide as well, he's real good at finding that open man.
Here's the screen. Barbosa with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Shoots. Barbosa's shot is off.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
From deep. Warriors with the rebound. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Barnes dishes to Livingston. Back to Barnes. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Beverly. Now the pass to Harden. Screen by Jones. So we see Houston taking the W here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team, Clark, by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans plenty to scream and holler about. This place was rocking. It was on fire. And it only got louder as that lead got bigger.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, gentlemen, I'm here with James Harden, and congratulations on a nice performance tonight. It certainly seemed like you guys were confident and in control with the flow of your offense.
Yeah, we just tried to move the ball and make the game easy tonight. We did a great job of actually just guys getting shots, easy shots, and our defense really stepped up.
Easy shots usually mean made shots. James, thanks for the time. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the James Harden. Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word, that was just huge. And the impact carried them through the entire game.
That was the James Harden we've come to know and love. A player that brings nothing but fear to players that have to guard him. I've said this for a while now. He's the best one-on-one player in the NBA. And even if it's not a one-on-one situation, even if you throw the kitchen sink at him, he still gets the job done. It's the confidence, the drive, and the spirit that makes James Harden a superstar.
Well, everyone wanted to come play hard tonight, but I thought the job he did was remarkable. The defending champs do not go down easily. It was an impressive performance to beat them tonight. I must say I'm very impressed. But he kept at it, both ends of the floor, shouldering the scoring load. He was on his game.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.